Hello and welcome to the Ministry Miniatures, and today we've got a very special battle report. I am with Chris. He's a new player on the Ministry. He's reached out to me on the internet, and as it happens we only live 2 streets away, so potentially we're going to have a lot more battles with Chris here. But Chris hasn't played bolt action before. We've had a couple of games locally where we've just done some intro games, so this is his first proper battle. But what we are doing is we're doing a little escalation game for future battle reports where we're going to build up our own armies, 500 points, 750, 1,000 and then 1,250, and battle it out. So look out for those coming up soon. He's going to be doing German Grenadiers and I'll be doing DDay US Airborne. But for today, we've got a new game. It's just going to be sort of an introductory game, really. Set in Normandy. He's going to take some US Army and I'm going to be taking the German Grenadiers. So let's have a look at the board and we'll come back shortly. Okay, so this is the board for today. It's slightly smaller than we normally do, just so we can get the battle on quicker. It's about 3.5 foot wide by 6 foot long, so we're going to be going across the table, early engagement hopefully. So as you can see here, the Germans have set up camp. They've got this enclosed courtyard with a spotlight, and they've been spotting Allied aircraft, and the US need to take out the Germans around this area so that they can take control and take out the light, and the Germans have got to try to stop them. So we're going to roll off shortly to see who comes on which side, and it'll just be a game of attrition. So whoever kills the most and kills the other player will win the game. It's as simple as that. So let's have a look at the scenery quickly. So on this side we have got a walled enclosure. If you see the height of the walls, that's actually too high to climb over, too high to see over, and you can't shoot through them. So it's basically a barrier. But there is, as you can see, there are gates on both sides, and we've also got the carport there with a little garage area and a nice building there. So that's on this side. There is also a wheat field, that'd be soft cover. The buildings are hard cover, the trees potentially soft cover if they're in the way. And then as you can see here, we've got some fences. They will offer soft cover as well. The building there we'll treat as a building as properly. The coal bunker on this side, but again would be just soft cover, as well as the hay bale there. And then the field and hedging on that side will be soft cover. This bit here will offer some hard cover because it's got filled barrels and a bit of a wall. And then as you see, my old favourite, the ploughed cabbage field will be soft cover as well. So there we go, that's the battlefield. It's around Normandy after the D-Day invasions, but that's our battlefield for today. Let's have a look at the armies and see what we're both taking. Okay, so first up we got Chris. So Chris, do you want to talk me through the army?
Yeah, so I've got controversially 2 medium machine guns here and the mortar. These are all regulars, by the way. Oh, actually the mortar is inexperienced, so everyone else is regular. So yep. 2 medium machine guns, mortar, bazooka team. War Dog is going to be our guy with the tube today, and the second lieutenant with 2 sort of people with him. Somerville is the second lieutenant, and then 2 10-man infantry squads, both with the BAR option.
And how many dice is that? Is that 7?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice.
So we're running 500-point armies just so we can do a bit of an intro game and get Chris up and running, ready for our escalation battles. But that's the 500 points of Americans. Let's have a look what I'm bringing for the Germans. So this is my German force today. So I have a regular officer. He's got 2 assistants. They've got assault rifles. I've also got a sniper. I think I've put him as veteran. I'll check in a minute, but I think he's veteran. Then I've got 2 Grenadier squads. They're 6-man squads with an NCO, and they've all got rifles, including the NCOs, apart from I've got an LMG at the back there with the assistant. I'm also taking a half-track. That's running at regular. It's got a medium machine gun on the front. And then as you see, Red Bull is leading my regular Waffen SS. They're all armed with assault rifles, and that should be quite a nice hard-hitting force. They'll go on a half-track. Right, so first up, we're just going to choose who picks which side. So highest dice roll chooses. I've got a 6, that's a good start. 3, so let's have a look. Okay, so having won the dice off, I'm actually going to go this side, I think. For me, I can get in the building on that side because there's some windows. More importantly though, I can get in this building here, and you don't really have any HE, do you? So, apart from your mortar. So there we go, we've got all the dice in the bag. We're going to give it a shake and we're going to get ready to get started. Okay, so before we get started, I get to deploy. You don't have any forward deployers, do you? Like spotters or snipers?
No.
So I'm going to put my sniper in this building here. It's on my half, so I can forward deploy him. So the dice are in the bag. It's turn 1. Chris is going to give them a shake. Okay, so first up was Chris, and he's put a medium machine gun inside the building. They've run in the back door, and they're setting up shop ready for the Germans. Okay, so next up was Chris, and he's going to bring on his mortar. So he's going to run it through the cornfield.
Just leave it in the cornfield.
Yeah, there we go, and it's just there. He's got the cover from the walls, hopefully. My Germans are there, but they're just ready to be deployed. So there we go, that's Chris's second dice. Okay, so next up was Chris again, and he's bringing in his next medium machine gun on, and he's also putting them in the cornfield. And he's getting ready, I think, to take the centre of this courtyard, I would imagine.
I've got to do something.
Yeah, absolutely. So there we go. That's 3 on already. Do you want to pull the next dice? Germans, right. Okay, so it's German next, and I'm going to bring my half track on, and I'm going to bring it on here, and I'm just going to advance it. Okay, so my half track's come on, and I'm going to open fire on your mortar. So it is, I've got 6 shots. I've got movement is 4. That shouldn't be long range for a medium machine gun, but you can measure if you like. Soft cover. So movement 4, soft cover 5. So that is 3 hits.
Being honest with you, they're inexperienced as well.
Yeah, so that's when I kill them. So I've got 3 hits, that's a pin, and then I need 3s to kill. And
they're
that's
literally
gone.
all dead, for God's sake.
So 1 dice to me, we'll stick it next to it.
Where's my tray?
Okay, next up is Germans, and I'm going to put my sniper on ambush. Looking across the battlefield, I think that's a good position. So next dice, please.
American.
You again. So okay, next up is the Americans, and Chris is bringing his bazooka in.
Gonna try it, guys.
Who's the leader of the the bazooka?
It's the
War Dog
bazooka team.
So you're going to bring him on 6 and take a shot?
Let me just measure it up so I can...
So if you bear in mind that actually this tray isn't really part of it, so you measure your 6 again, you probably get another inch forward. Yeah, get up as far as you can, because you want to, every inch helps with your range, doesn't it? There you go. So you're going to take a shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, aren't I? Give it a go.
Yeah. So you've got movement 4. Measure the range.
It's gonna be long range.
Yeah. Movement 4. Long range 5. Soft cover of the hedge. So you're going to need a 6. Can you be lucky with a 6?
It's unlikely, isn't it? Let's be honest.
I thought I saw it for a second. I was like, bloody hell.
Alas.
But there we go. So at least you made a shot. So War Dogs is laying down the gauntlet.
He's a brave lad.
Yes. So the Americans are coming out shooting. So let's see who gets the next dice then. Okay, Americans again. What are the chances, that a lot of American dice have come out?
Yeah. So we're just gonna hide essentially.
So hiding away from the sniper.
Sniper, yeah. Maybe we'll do something on the next turn when there's a few more enemies to shoot.
Okay, there we go. Chris has deployed his he's deployed his infantry unit behind the building. They're taking cover. As we said, he's a little bit worried about that sniper, but the snipers aren't particularly brilliant, but you never know. But there we go, that's often what they're designed for, is just to put that little bit of fear in, keep you away. So that's Chris's go. You're running out of troops, aren't you? They all seem to be coming out for Americans.
Okay.
And there we go, it's Germans. Right, let's get my troops moving. Okay, there we go, it's a German dice, and I've just got Red Bull and his Waffen SS with the assault rifles out. They've advanced 6. And now I'm going to open fire on your bazooka, because that's the threat for me. So there we go. I've just measured it. It is going to be long range. So there's no movement penalty, so it's still movement 3. There is soft cover from the hedge, so that'd be 4. Long range 5. Small team 6. But I do have 12 shots to get a 6. See what I get. And I get 1. So at least a pin. And then let's see if I can kill someone. I do. So it's 1 dead and a pin.
And now, can he still use it?
He can still use it, it's just a penalty, but you do have to take a morale check for losing half the squad.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, War Dogs, you're still alive, but let's see if you're going to survive this. 5, still in it. Okay, next dice then. Germans again, right, let's work this out. Okay, so German dice, and I'm going to bring in an LMG squad. And they are going to run into the building here. So we just measured, this is only 9 inches, so the whole squad can get in, and I'm going to take up residence inside the building. So there we go, there's the squad set up. I've got 2 riflemen at that window. I've got the LMG and a rifle in that window, and then this one here, I've got 2 rifles. So we're hopefully covering if the Americans come on that way. So that's the German move with the run order. Let's see who gets the next dice. Okay, so I've just brought Grey Wolf in, and he's advanced 6 inches, and I'm going to take another shot at the biggest threat, which is your bazooka. So that's an advanced order. It's going to be exactly the same. So advanced is still 3. It's going to be long range 4, soft cover 5, small team 6, but it's whether it's within range. So let's measure it and see. And there we go. They're out of range, 22 inches. So just out, but there we go. All ready for the next round to push up. So let's see who's going to get the next dice.
Me.
Americans.
12.
Okay, so it was American, and Chris is bringing his GIs on this side flank, and I'm going to activate my ambush. So my sniper shoots at you from there, and I'm just going to do it when you come on the board.
Can he see that? Oh, right.
Yeah, because I can activate.
Do I have to bring them back here?
No, because I won't kill the whole squad, so I'll just take the shot when they come on. Yeah, it'll be when they're there. So let's see. Right, so it's just a flat 3 to hit. And I get a 6. So can I kill? It's on a 4 because they're regular. And I get a 3. So it's just a pin on that unit.
But they still carry on the boss.
They still carry on. All that's happened is as they're running along, they've gone, oh crap, what's that?
I'm taking shots.
Yeah.
Cool.
Next dice then. Okay, it's German again, and I'm going to bring my Grenadier squad on this side. And I'm going to open fire on your GIs. Okay, there we go. There's my Grenadiers, and I'm just going to open fire on your Americans there. If you could measure the range, because it's going to be movement 4, soft cover 5, and we need to work out if any are not in range. So I think they're all in range, but it's going to be long range, isn't it? So let's work them out. And I'll come back. Okay, so it is long range, but they are all in range. So I've got 5 shots from the LMG and then 5 shots from the rifles. So needing 6s because it's movement 4, soft cover 5, long range 6s. Oh, that's cocked. There we go, nothing. But worth a shot. I don't think I've got much left. In fact, I think it's all you know. Last one you.
Last one.
That's your officer.
Somerville.
Where are you bringing him?
Again on... actually... maybe I should bring him on this side, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think I'm going to bring him on here.
Okay.
Behind the guys.
Cool. So there we go. Somerville, the last American dice has come on, and they are on this flank. Okay, the dice are in the bag at the moment. It's 1-0 to the Germans. So turn 2. Dice are in the bag. Chris is giving them a shake, and it's Americans again. So
okay, let's have a think. So I could try and kind of get this guy out of his.
So you've got a couple of options, haven't you? Because your officer can activate your unit over there and get them moving first.
Yes.
Or probably one of your bigger threats is the half track here, and you've got your bazooka. So if he activates, you can try and get rid of that pin. But it's kind of your one shot to get rid of it, really, because you've got...
And it's a 6 again. Even if he fires, because he's
lost his loader.
His T now.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Choices, choices.
Indeed.
We shall come back. Okay, so Chris has pondered what to do, and he's going to try and get his. He's going to try and rescue the MMG. Is that right?
Yes. I'm sorry, Rick, if you're watching this and you have to turn off because of my boneheaded plays, but I'm going to put this guy inside the. I'll measure it out a bit better, but I'll put him inside here, I could have fired with the bazooka, but
You can either advance or run. It's up to you.
maybe there's a...
So if you wanted to get up here,
I feel like I might just run and try and get into the carport. What's the situation with...
Yes, there's windows on the side,
Windows.
so if you can get into it, so you need the 12 inches.
I don't
You're on the edge of the field,
don't
so we
think-
won't
if I
class
measure
this.
it as 12, does that count as like
A run.
I've tried to run and
Yeah.
then he just can't...
You'll just go as far as you can,
Okay.
12.
Well, sorry, it's going in there anyway, so... And it's on the edge of the base, right?
Yep. So front of the base to front of the base. So there you go, you can get in. So suddenly you've got a nice machine gun just there.
Cool. Let's get rid of that one.
Just leave it on top, that's fine. Put the dice next to it, and then it just keeps it all nice and neat, doesn't it? And if you put the dice in front, that's it. So you've now got a machine gun ready to fire. Okay, so next dice is American again.
Yeah, so this is where we just fire the bazooka at the half track.
Yeah, so you've got a pin, so you need to take a morale test.
Where's my dice? Okay, so he's regular, so it's 9, but -1 is 8.
That's
right?
it. So passes, so that pin comes off. Now are you moving and firing, or are you just going to fire? Because we know it's in range, don't we?
Yeah, it's in range, and I'm just going to fire it because he's already got a negative for just being hit.
Yeah, so it's -1 for no loader, so that makes it a 4.
Yep.
Long range 5, soft cover for the hedge is going to be a 6.
6.
If there's ever a time you needed a 6.
Oh.
That's an upside down 6. But
Never mind.
he's a small team in the middle of a wheat field, so he's still covered, so it's going to be
He
hard
tried.
hard to kill him.
War Dog, still brave.
He's still in it. He's still trying to take the half track out. Next dice then.
Black.
Right, so I know the bazooka's been, so that's no longer a threat. The machine gun's been, so that's no longer a threat. I am going to fire my sniper at your officer. So he's just going to need a 3. And I get a 1. That seems to be flavour of the month with snipers. So that's just a fire order, and next dice.
Green.
Americans.
Okie doke, right. So can I snap 2 with these guys?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And get this out here.
So you've got to take a morale test before those Americans move, but you've got an officer right next to them, so it's only 1 pin, is that right?
It's 1 pin, so
Yeah,
they
so-
reckon sorry, so it's 9s, right?
Normally 9s with a pin, down to 8, back
Okay,
up for the
so
officer,
fair enough.
back to 9. And they get a 9, so you clear it.
Lucky.
Just what you needed.
Lucky. Thanks, Somerville, by the way. For
Yeah,
that.
did the business.
Did the business. So let's advance these guys up to the hedge and shoot at your squad here.
Yeah.
Don't need to.
Well, if it's, so there we go, there's your Americans. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rifles and a BAR, so that'll be 11
Oh,
shots.
sorry, yeah.
So you need to measure the range. So you don't have a movement penalty, so it'll be movement is still 3. Probably long range, because we know I was in range, so you're in range, but you're not going to be within 12.
No. Well, we are within 18.
Yeah.
That's the AR. Sorry, Somerville.
So you're going to have no movement penalty, it's just going to be long range and soft cover. Okay, so 11 dice, needing 5s.
Let's go, boys.
Look at that, so you got,
At least 2, 3 there.
yes, that's
So
3 hits,
a
that's going to be a
pin.
pin. And they're regular, so you need a 4 to kill. Oh, look at that, 2 dead, so I'll take 2 off the back.
We'll swap. You can have that one that I just got rid of.
So I've got a pin, and that's 2 dead. The Germans are feeling the pain.
And then we've got Somerville here as well.
Yeah. Have they got SMGs?
He's got SMGs, so they're not going to be able to shoot from there. So just get rid of that. Actually, how far is that?
Yeah,
I
you can run up to
I
there.
can run him, can't I, to here? So
There we go, the Americans are making a move up on the flank. Okay, American again. So do you know what you're going to do? I think what have you got left?
I've got the machine gun in this building.
Yep.
And I've got my squad out the back here. I think
Yeah.
that's everyone. Yeah. So the machine gun, I'm actually going to move into the courtyard.
Yep. So
Kind
is
of
that an
make
advance
some
or a
moves.
run?
It's just an advance, and I'm
Okay.
going to just stick him basically. He can advance out of a building, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have to run.
No, it doesn't have to.
No. Okay. So just stick him there.
Good, there we go. So the American machine gun has come out of cover. waiting for anyone to come into there.
We'll see.
So there we go, that's the American move. So let's see who's next.
If it's a green, I'm going to be annoyed. There's one left in there. Yeah.
So it is Germans. Let's work out what I'm going to do. Right, so it's a German dice. I'm going to activate my half track and I'm going to pivot. And I'm going to advance over to here in front of those windows with the medium machine gun. Okay, so I've just put the half track there. He's just done an advance order and I'm going to fire the medium machine gun at the guys there. So it's movement 4, point blank 3, hard cover 5. But I do get 6 shots because it's a medium machine gun and it's German with the Hitler buzzsaw roll. So 6 shots, needing 5s. So that's 4 hits.
It's not looking good, guys.
They are in a building, so it's, they get an extra 1. So they're normally, what are they, regulars?
Regulars.
Okay, so...
9 10s, right?
No, so veterans are killed on a 5, regulars on a 4.
Sorry, yeah.
So it's a 4, but because they're in a building, they get +1 basically, so I kill them on a 5s. So nothing, so it's just a pin. So the building saved you.
The building's rattled and smashed in.
There we go, so that was a German move. Next dice. Okay, so next up is Grey Wolf. He is just going to advance. And I'm just going to move 6 inches up towards the edge here. Or do I? Because actually I've got cover from your medium machine gun there. So they are just going to edge forward until you can't shoot me with your medium machine gun in the window. So just going to go to there, get the hard cover, but actually I'm going to fire at War Dog. So it's still the same, movement is still 3, but it's going to be long range 4, soft cover 5, small team 6. So it's going to be 6 shots, needing 6s, lots of 6s at the moment because of the range. But I've got a couple of 4s, let's see if I can get some now. Nothing.
Oh, sick.
He saves another day, War Dog.
Let's go, War Dog.
He just needs to move across and fire again, doesn't he? Okay, next dice then. Okay, it's German dice, and I am going to advance these guys here, and they're just going to move out the way a bit over here. So let's see where they end up. I need to pass my check first with 1 pin. 10, they go down. And that seems to be what I do at the moment. There we go, they're down. Okay, on this side I'm just going to advance the Waffen SS here, and they're just going to take a line up against the tree line, the bushes, and I'm going to open fire on War Dog again. So that's going to be 12 shots. Movement is still 3 because they've got assault rifles. You've got soft cover because you're in the field. So movement 3, soft cover 4. Can you measure the range? It's going to be more longer than 9, isn't it? So it's going to be 6s again.
It is longer than 9.
Okay, so 12 dice, needing 6s. And I get 1. It's not good, but I just need a 4 to kill him. Oh, that's cocked. It was a 6, but it's cocked. 1. So it's just pin back on him. He's loving it there, isn't he, in the field? Okay, so my unit in the building are just going to go down. So then it's just your squad on the far side there with the last dice.
Yep, okay, so these guys are actually, to get into the building, do I have to do a run wherever they are? Yeah, but they can't run through the building?
Nope.
No. Okay then.
Okay, so the Americans are going to run from the back into the building. And there we go, the Americans have got troops lining the windows ready for any Germans that come into the courtyard. I think that was the last dice, wasn't it?
That was all the dice.
So that ends turn 2. There's been a bit of an exchange with fire, but it still remains 1-0. So let's collect up all the dice and get ready for next turn. Okay, turn 3, all the dice are back in the bag. Chris is going to give them another shake.
Are they definitely?
Should be. Yeah, all the dice are in the bag. Germans, right. So I think I am going to open fire with my medium machine gun on the half track again. So that's going to be 6 shots, and it is point blank, which makes it a 2. Hard cover makes it a 4. 6 shots needing a 4. I've got a good chance this time getting 4s. So 3 hits. So I need 5s to kill because you're in a building. I get 1, so that's a pin. So you've got a pin on there already?
Yeah.
And then we just get a little dice and mark it to make it 1 dead. But you're still fully operational. Okay, Germans again. Let's try and activate this unit here. They do have 1 pin, but we know what happened to them last time. So they are regulars, 9 with 1 pin down to an 8. And they pass. So I'm going to clear that off. And they're just going to move into cover back around here, make the Americans come to us. There we go. So I've just given the Germans a run order and they're taking cover over there. Obviously I'll be in the open if you decide to come out and shoot me, but at the moment I'm out of all those GIs over there. There we go. Back to dice from the bag. Yes. Who's going to be next? Germans again. Okay, so it's Germans and I'm going to advance with Red Bull. And we're going to go along the wall here to take another shot at War Dog, but to get a bit closer. So I'll come back when I've moved my 6. There we go. Red Bull has just moved his Waffen SS there. They don't have a movement penalty, but they are going to open fire on War Dog again. So it's going to be, movement is still 3, probably still, they're not within 9 or any of them within 9. Yeah. Oh, the one at the front is
2
at the front, so they're not going to be long range. So they will be still movement 3, small team 4, soft cover 5, and the rest will be 6. Okay, so the first 4 needing 5s, and that's 1. And then I've got 8 shots needing 6s. That's another one, so that's 2 hits. And then he gets another pin, but he will need, he's just regular, isn't he?
Yeah.
So needing 4s, and he's gone.
War Dog.
Sorry, War Dog, but Red Bull has taken you out of the action and protected the half track. That's another dice out the back, so that makes it 2-1 to the German. 2-0, sorry, to the Germans. Okay, so it's a German dice, and I am going to fire my sniper at your medium machine gun over there. Ignores cover, so as long as it's in range, that might be a bit of a stretch, but if you can measure it, it's 36 inches.
He's in range.
So it's within range, so 36 inches. I just need a 3. And let's see if I can get a 3 to hit him. I get a 5, and he's regular. So a 4 will kill, and I get a 6. So that is that team gone.
The whole team?
Yeah.
With 1 shot?
1 shot. That's why.
Oh my God.
Snipers can be really good against teams. We did discuss whether
I should have
Chris should have moved upstairs, but because we moved the floor, if you kind of forgot about it.
That it existed.
I did offer to let him move up there, but he was where he was to cover the arc of the door as well.
It's not like I just didn't want to go back.
No, but it's a learning game, so it's all good fun. So did you take a dice out?
No.
So there we go. So I'm securing this flank quite nicely.
And
so
basically the victory.
Next
one more
dice.
Aggressive move.
Okay, so Chris has got the next dice and he's going to open fire on the machine gun, but you've got to pass your test first.
Yeah.
So is it 2 pins you've got?
Yes, it is.
But it will be point blank if you get it. So the regular?
Regulars. So what's that? 9. Yeah.
With 2 pins.
-2 is 7.
And of course, they get 9. They go down.
There we go.
Okay, next dice. Right. So let's work out what I'm going to do. Okay, so it's German, and I'm just going to advance Grey Wolf, and they're just going to move 6 inches, and they're going to end up over here, and they're going to open fire on that window at your medium machine gun. So am I within 6? But you are in hard cover, so I think I'm just going to say just those 2 could shoot, because Grey Wolf himself is here, and although I can, it's not an issue with that vehicle there, I think he basically doesn't get line of sight. So it's going to be 4 shots, if you agree.
Yep.
So just those 4 there. So its movement is still 3. It is point blank to the building. So movement 3, point blank 2, but your hard cover, so it's going to be 4s. 1, so that's another pin. And can I kill someone? 4, yes. So that's down to 1.
Not going well, guys.
Yeah, and that's half that unit half the unit's gone. So how many pins are you on now?
3.
Yeah, so you need to take a test.
A test with 3 pins. I don't know how. I can't even see that. I'll just remember it.
So 2 dice.
Oh,
So you're normally a 9, 3 pins down to a 6.
It didn't go well last time.
5. So they're hanging in.
Jeez.
But you have only got one guy there now,
Yeah.
so it's going to impact on his shooting, and he's got 3 pins.
Yikes.
Was that? No, we've still got a couple of dice left, I think.
We've got 1 each.
1 each. You should have 2, haven't you?
That's me. Oh yeah, I actually got 3 somehow. I was like, right. Oh yeah, because these guys haven't been yet.
Okay, so
So-
we'll have a look at what the Americans are going to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so Americans are up, and what are you doing?
I'm gonna snap 2 with both of these, the squads and the
So Somerville is
yeah.
going to give a snap 2 order.
and line them up basically.
Yeah,
In the
are you doing
field.
an advance or?
Well,
Well, you can't run into this anyway because you're going across
it's across the fence, so I'm just
ledge.
gonna 6-inch wherever the thing is. So that guy can kind of get to there.
So there we go. That's the US infantry. They've moved up there, and now Somerville and his 2 assistants, they're going to move up as well. There we go. So the Americans have moved up into the field. They're trying to take the flank. They put the fight to the Germans. What's left? I don't think there's much left there.
1 each.
And that'll be your squad in the building and my squad in the building.
Yes. Just go that. Mine. I mean, they can just go down, honestly.
Yep.
So I shook it.
Yeah. And then the last one is mine. And actually, I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to stay in the building.
There you go then.
So that's it. End of turn 3. It's now 3-0 to the Germans. The Americans are pushing on one flank, but trying to take as much cover as they can on the other. Let's turn the dice to 4 and see what happens next. Okay, turn 4. The dice are back in the bag. Chris has given them another shake. And let's see who's going to get the first dice.
Me.
Americans.
Okay. So I think these guys in here are just going to go on ambush.
Yep. Because you're getting ready for me to come in the courtyard, aren't you?
We'll do something, yeah.
Yeah.
And the same now with these guys over here, wherever it is.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay, Germans. Right, let's work out what I'm going to do. Okay, first up is going to be the half track, and I'm going to move him up towards assisting in the centre. So let's see where. So there we go. I've just stuck to the road and did my pivots to get my half track to there. But nothing's in range, but it was just an advance order. So there we go. That's the German first dice. And it's Germans again. Right, I think this time Grey Wolf is going to advance up to the window and see if I can shoot at those Americans. Okay, so I've just advanced up to the window. We're just having a discussion whether Chris wants to go down or not. You still get the hard cover because I'm not literally leaning in the window and shooting. So it is point blank. So it's movement 3, point blank 2, hard cover 4, but 6 shots.
Down would make it
6.
6s. 6 at 6 is probably still gonna roll a 6. He's gonna die if I don't. So I'm gonna try it. We'll go down with him.
Okay, so
See what
6
happens.
shots, needing 6s. And I get 1. So that's a pin, and then I just need a 4 to kill. And I get him. But
We tried, guys.
you tried. There we go. I did think of assaulting him, but there we go. That's where we are. So, next dice out the bag.
Somerville to here.
Yeah, it's American dice, and he's just going to bring Somerville up to support on the bush line. There we go. Somerville's just moved up, but you're going to take a shot at the troops that I've got there. I've tried to keep them out, but I think you've only got one guy that can shoot. So, is it the rifle that can shoot?
It's the rifle.
Because the rest are out of range. I do have hard cover, so you've got movement 3, probably long range, but if you measure, see if it's outside of 12.
It's going to be.
So movement 3, long range,
Yeah.
4, hard cover, 6. 1 dice needing a 6. No. But worth a shot, you're in a good position, you've got the hedge line defended. Okay, German dice, I've got 4 dice here, they're all mine. So let's see what I'm going to do. let's start over this side. So there's not really much I can do with the sniper. The squad here are kind of where they are. Let's have a look. Okay, I'm just going to move this squad up round to here with a machine gun and loader there. So they're ready, facing this way. I'm going to go down with the sniper, and then I'm just going to go down with the squad inside. And then it's just this team over here. Now, I'm not brave enough to run through that gate. I could go through the window there, and that would put me in the archways, or I could make my way down here and look at potentially assaulting you next go. I've got assault rifles which go again, but you've got a 10-man squad in there, which gives you the advantage. So I am just going to move these guys at a run around this way. So let's see where they end up. So there you go. The Waffen SS have just run behind the cover of the building here, waiting to see what happens next. So there we go. That is the end of turn 4. We're going to collect the dice up and see what happens next. Okay, turn 5, I think. And let's see who's going to get the first dice out of the bag.
Black.
Okay, so I am going to advance my half track, I think. Okay, so I've just advanced the half track to there, and I'm going to open fire with my medium machine gun onto your Americans there. And you're going to get soft cover, so it's going to be movement 4, soft cover 5, 6 shots.
This could be it.
So I'm looking to try and just put some pins on you. So needing 5s. 1, so that's a pin. And can I kill anyone? Needing a 4. I do. So it's 1 dead, 1 pin. Okay, Germans again, and Grey Wolf is going to come into the building. He's going to climb through the window, and they are going to take up position, ready to cover the courtyard the other way from the Americans. There we go. Grey Wolf has just taken position up as a run order in there, and he's ready for the next turn. Okay, Germans again, and these guys are just going to jump over the fence, and they are going to open fire with what I can see on your Americans. That's an advance. So let's see what I can see. Okay, so it's going to be movement 4, long range 5, soft cover 6s, but I do have a light machine gun, so it's 5 shots, 6, 7. So 7 shots needing 6s. See if we can get another pin on you. No. Next dice. So American dice.
Where is it? Fire?
Yep.
Where's my tape for now?
So you can have 2 men at each window or door.
So it's 4 shots.
And a door. So you've got 3 openings.
Shots,
so you've got BAR in 1.
Yeah.
And a rifle. So that'd be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots.
Is it okay? Because technically the BARs.
Yeah, well you can position them.
They can just move around in their thing, right?
So 7 shots.
It's over half range for the rifles.
Yeah,
but
not the BAR.
Not the BAR.
So let's do them separately. So the BAR is going to be 3, and then building 5s.
And
So 2 shots.
2 shots. 1.
Yeah, it says 1. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 5 rifles, which will be long range 4, hard cover 6s.
No.
Okay, so that's 1, so that gives me a pin. And try and kill.
Yeah.
So they're in a building, so
1.
it'll be 5s because they're in a building.
Oh, that is literally a 5, but you can't see it, so maybe
I'll
it's
take you
a
for it.
hard.
If it's a 5,
Yeah.
so just be an assistant, he's gone. And there we go, pin in the dead, so that's quite good shooting.
Roll the black dice.
Okay, next up is Germans, and Red Bull is going to run as fast as he can this way to try and support this flank over here. There we go, 12 inches, they're making a run for it to try and support this flank, although there's only 1 turn left after this. But there we go, let's see who's next. Germans again. Crikey. I'm going to put my sniper on ambush. Inside the building, so he's there ready. And Germans again, crikey. Okay, German again, I'm just going to put my squad in the building on ambush as well. So it should be all American now, 2 left, and that's your That's Somerville is the officer, and the squad of GIs on this side.
Yep. So, I mean, they're kind of not in a great spot in general. What I'm going to do is bring Somerville out into the area here.
Yep.
Although maybe I shouldn't, but we're going to anyway. And then I'm just going to go down for the next, or rally up these guys to get rid of their pin.
Rally with 1 pin. If you move or you fire, you take a test. So you can fire.
At who?
I've got troops here that fired at you.
Oh.
If you turn it the other way.
I can see with 2 people, right? One's the DAR, so that's 3 shots at soft cover, maybe half cover, hard cover because you've got the side of the building. I don't know where you're counting it as.
Okay, so the Americans. So you moving Somerville first, or are you doing?
I'm gonna. Do you know what? I'll just leave Somerville there.
Okay.
To be honest, and then we'll try and shoot at the half track. I've been persuaded to shoot at the half track.
Not to rally on 1 pin.
Yeah, right. But
don't rally on 1 pin.
We'll see, guys.
There you go. So you got an officer next to you, normally 9, 1 pin down to an 8. Officer next to you, back up to a 9. There you go, 6. So the pin's gone.
Pin is gone.
So you can shoot at either the troops, or you can go and try and get a pin on the half track. So if I fail, it goes back.
Yeah, we'll try at the half track.
So the pin comes off, and then it's
well,
you should have 10 shots
I
now.
was saying, what, really 10 shots, even though only a few of them can see, right?
Well, it depends what you shoot at. If it's the half track,
if it's the half track, they can all see it probably. Just about.
So you got BAR. It was a 10-man squad. You've lost.
Otherwise, it's BAR and 3 rifles at the other squad, and they've got no cover. Kind of pointless for me.
Okay, so Chris is going to shoot the half track because he knows I roll high and I'm likely to fail my morale check, and he's just worried about the building giving hard cover to those troops. So, yeah, you've got a BAR and loads of rifles. I think it's 10 shots, isn't it? But the BAR will be separate because I think they're going to be not long range. So you just need a 3 on the BAR.
So, yeah, but it's not going to be 10 shots. So it's.
So you had a 10-man squad.
We lost 1.
So that'd be 9, but one of those is 2, so that'd be 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so the BAR. So you're doing the 4s first. So 7 and 4s. You just need 1, and then that's a pin. Yeah. So that's a pin. Here we go. So the half track has got a pin.
Well, I can't damage it.
And then
no point.
No. And then you've got Somerville.
Then I've got Somerville, who he'll just go down. Sorry.
Okay.
We're cornered.
So that's the end of turn 5. Okay, turn 6, and the dice are back in the bag. We're going to give the bag a shake. Chris is going to pull the first dice out, and who's it going to be? It's going to be the Germans. Right, let's see what I'm going to do. So, I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my half track up. So he does have a pin, so let's see if I can pass it. So regular 9, 1 pin down to an 8, and I get a 5. So I've passed. And let's see what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm just going to open fire. I know it's within 18 because you just fired with your
18,
BAR. Yeah, so it's within 18, so that's going to be, shooting is 3, but you've got soft cover, so that's 4. So 6 dice, needing 4s. And what I want to do is get that pin back on you to try and affect your shooting. So needing 4s, 2 hits. Can I kill someone on 4s? 1. So 1 pin, 1 dead. I'm going to put my sniper on ambush. He's ready again. Next dice. Americans.
Snipery ambusher.
Okay, American dice, and Chris is going to advance Somerville.
And then we're going to shoot at these guys over here.
Yeah, so you've
It's
got
only
one rifle there.
rifle, so we'll
So
do
just
our
need to
best.
measure if they're within 24.
They are not.
There we go. Okay, German dice, and I'm going to do something with Grey Wolf. He does have a pin, but he is regular, so let's see what happens. 5, he passes, and I'm just going to jump back out the window. and not risk being killed by a 10-man American unit. So he's just there. Let's see how far I can move him if he runs out. So there we go. Grey Wolf is being nice and brave and tactically withdrawing to live another day. Next dice. Americans.
Okay, well, it's going to have to be these guys, I think. There, from the window.
Yep. So that's how far your furthest man can get, but you can gather around as much as you can.
This guy, the furthest
Well,
from the window.
every man can get out that far if you're advancing.
Yeah.
So you just have to. That's as far as you can get.
Yes, that's what I thought. Probably what I should have done if anything, but.
So there we go. The Americans have moved down to the building. I believe they're going to have a shot.
They are going to have a shot.
Probably at these guys here, are they?
Yes.
So if you measure the range, you don't get a movement penalty. So you go to my man, the closest man, and then see where 24 is.
24 is the back guy.
Yeah,
here.
so they can all shoot.
They can all shoot.
So movement 3, but it is long range 4 and soft cover 5s. 1, 2, 3, is that 4?
4.
So 4 hits, that's definitely a pin. And then how many can you kill? Just needed 4s.
Let's go 4.
So that's 2. Roll that 6 again because you might be able to get my LMG. No, so 2 dead and a pin. There we go. So they're 2 dead and a pin. Germans, right. So I can ignore that squad. I've now got to deal with this squad over here. So what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to activate this team that's just been shot at. And they have a pin. They're regular. So needing 8 or less. I get a 6, so the pin's gone. And I'm just going to go on this side, I think, and open fire. Okay, so the Germans have just advanced behind their little hedge, see if they can get a little bit of cover. So it's going to be movement 4. The machine gun, let's see, is that within 18? Yeah, and the rifle's within 12 as well. So it's going to be movement 4, soft cover 5. Okay, needing 5s. I've got 2 hits. And then, so that's a pin, and then let's see if I can kill anyone. No, just a pin. They're up to 2 pins. That's good.
Just sitting outside the window.
Yep, so that squad's going to fire. You do have 2 pins. So you've got an officer within 6. Is it 2 pins? I think it is.
So we just discussed I can assault them, right?
Yep, you still need to pass your test.
Yeah, with 2 pins. So let's... And is this 6 inches to some of them? To the unit it is, but to some
So
of them
the
it probably
officer
isn't?
to the nearest man, say yes.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so was that a run, yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
So normally 9, so you're going to go for an assault, are you?
Yeah.
Which would be a run order, that's right. So normally a 9, 2 pins down to a 7, but back up to 8 because you've got an officer. Oh, that's difficult. So you go down. And this is the power of a blimmin' couple of pins, and suddenly the unit doesn't want to go.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to get a dice thing.
Yeah. Well, they're both black, so...
Yeah. Okay, so...
The idea there was, if I do assault you, I'm going to be bang outside the window and I'm going to get shot to bits. But if I take out your guys, I'm the closest unit to the open top vehicle, so I get 2 dice.
2 dice. And that's exactly why I was saying assault,
Yeah.
because that'd be worthwhile. And I'm unlikely to kill you with all those. But let's have a go. So what I am going to try and do is, because this is going to be the last turn, I'm going to activate my sniper and just take a shot at those.
Why not?
I need a 4 to activate him because you haven't moved. I'm going to get a 6, just need a 3 to hit you. I get a 3 and they're regular, so I'm going to go for your NCO, just need a 4. No, so it's just a pin on that unit, but it doesn't matter.
This is like the strongest sniper ever.
I know, completely different to what I had last time. Right, the last dice I've got are these guys here, because we're not playing another turn. They're just gonna, they can't do anything. So even if I ran, I can't really shoot. I might be able to, I'll leave it. All I'm gonna do is I can come 6 inches out the window. So I'm going to come out.
Point blank at Somerville.
I'm going to point blank. I'm very sorry, Somerville.
That's how much he likes his patrons, guys.
I do. Got to make them part of the battle. So, Somerville, I'm very sorry, but you're going to take the star performance now of hopefully being slaughtered by the Germans. So, they've advanced, which is a 4, point blank, which makes it 3, but you are behind cover, which makes it back up to a 4. Okay, 10 dice needed 4s.
That's a lot.
So, it's 5. And then I just need 4s to kill. 3, and that's a dice.
Oh god, oh god.
Very sorry, Somerville, but das ist kaputt, and you're gone. So that ends the battle. That's the end of turn 6.
A bit of a tabling there.
So 5-0 to the Germans. We've managed to retain occupation of the spotlight, and the flak guns can continue to pound the Allied aircraft that are coming over. But we'll have a quick debrief, and we'll just quickly talk through Chris's first game on camera and see what he thought.
But yeah.
Right, so there we go. So Chris, your first battle on film.
Yes.
We've played.
It was so brutal, but
We've played a couple of games. Chris reached out and we met up at the local gaming store, and we had a couple of battles just to introduce him to the game. But this was your first proper game of bolt action. What did you think?
Takeaway points. Sniper was very much more effective than the game that I witnessed the other day.
Yeah.
The medium machine guns were essentially useless. I could have just swapped them for another squad.
Yeah.
And always remember that there's more than one floor in a building if there's more than one floor in a building.
Yes. That's because you were talking about you put your medium machine gun in there, and then you forgot about the floor above. And so you moved them out into the open, when actually what you're planning to do is move the floor above and cover the whole courtyard.
So like the mortar got destroyed obviously to begin with, which was kind of brutal. But yeah, the plan was to cover this area with a machine gun, move the infantry here and into this kind of roadway area. Obviously with just one bazooka against that vehicle is hard. Like I don't know.
It's all in the dice roll though.
It's in the dice roll. He lasted a long time, but he didn't manage to get a hit.
Because imagine if you'd hit and blown it up. How cool would that be?
It would have been very different, yeah. Got a bit unlucky at certain other times. I think Somerville died unluckily at the end, maybe there with all 3 guys getting killed in the one,
Yes.
the one situation. But it's a numbers game, so. But yeah, it was fun. It was good.
Good. Well, I enjoyed it. As I say, it was just a kind of an intro game. Chris has played a couple of. We did the Band of Brothers starter set. If you want to see a video we did, I'll put a link below to the battle we did previously with the Band of Brothers starter set, and Chris and I did a similar battle a couple of times just to learn the basic rules. But this was your first battle. We are planning on doing an escalation for battle campaign series. So Chris has bought the Grenadier set, so he's going to be building a 500-point Grenadier army.
Yeah.
Then 750, 1,000 and 1,250, and I'm doing the same with DDay US Airborne. So look out for our battle report that will come up with the 500 points to start with, once we've both got our sides painted at 500 points. And we'll have a little bit of a 4-match campaign to try and see what we can do around the D-Day invasion from the paratroopers and the defence from the Grenadiers. Yeah. But hopefully you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and hopefully for the sake of the free world, it goes a bit better next time.
Yes.
This half-track, by the way, if you're thinking about getting the starter set, this one is so much better than the Band of Brothers one with the HE on it. The machine gun one is like worlds apart from it. It's actually effective.
I like the half tracks. They're pretty good. If you can get a decent unit to support them and keep them close up, it's good. But thank you for the game, Chris.
Yeah, no, thank you for me.
And thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget, if you want to become a patron and lead one of our forces, you can lead a band, you can lead a sniper or lead an officer, depends. I'll put the details below about being a patron, but if not, give us a like, put a comment down. That's really important. It really helps us to know that you're enjoying it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, and look forward to seeing you at future battle reports. Take care and see you all again soon.